This is one of my favorite bear hunting spots. We're here with Canoe Canada Outfit.
We're getting all this candy to give away. What I find out on the other side, between the camera guy and Colonel Wilson, they're eating all the candy before it ever gets to the kids.
Every chance I get, there's a place I go where the bass are biting as the sun hangs low. There's a feeling I get that I hope will never end. Hey, Larry and Bob will take me there today. Outdoors in the heartland, it's like coming home to an old friend. Outdoors in the heartland.
Your Quality Ford dealers present Outdoors in the Heartland with Bob Richardson and Larry Woodward. Outdoors in the Heartland is brought to you by Ford and your Quality Ford dealers. Strike King, #1 in fishing lures. Triton Boats, we take America fishing. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. ScentBlocker, nothing gets you closer. And Tree Spider, the new world of tree stand safety.
Well, fine boat ride this morning. Got a little bit more of a ripple. Day 2 of the Atikokan Bass Classic. And how did we fare yesterday? Well, we're in the middle of the pack. Didn't do quite as well as we'd thought. We'd had some good fish in practice, but you know, weather conditions changed. We had a rain overnight. The gold mine, which had hundreds of fish in, the water temperature dropped, and the fish was gone. Day 2, well, it's another day. Right now it's taking 20 pounds to lead, so we're probably right into 6 pounds out of first place. So for us even to make the top 10, we need to have a really good day. We're fishing in the lowers, which Bob normally don't have the bigger stringers of fish, but when I say it, the only 6-pound smallmouth I ever caught in my life was in this area, so that's why we're headed here this morning. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to start off top water and jerk baits until that sun gets up. We're going to use the shoreline that's got shade on it as long as we can, and then we'll have to go to a bottom bait. So that's what it is. We got a lot of making up to do, but that's what they and why they call it fishing. So
let's get her done.
Let's get her. I don't think he's very big. At this point, as long as he's 12 inches and he's a bass and he's fighting like a bass. Coming up, coming up. Not very big, probably about 13 inches is all, but you know, for the first bass of the morning, we're gonna take him.
There he is. Fish on. Yeah, I got a landing net. We can put this one in the live well.
Maybe. He's probably 12 inches.
Does he make it?
He makes it. Okay. We're off to a start, a slow start. We got 2 fish that weighs
2 pounds.
maybe.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not, I seen it. I'm talking little one. He got backstrapped, couldn't get in his mouth.
With day 1's weigh-in results fresh on their minds, this school of pinners they're catching must have Bob and Bob tied up in knots. Every August, as the Bobs fish the Atikokan Bass Classic, Larry is in the woods getting set for the opening of black bear season here in Ontario. We'll check in later on with Larry. But for now, let's see how the Bobs are doing on the lake.
A little nicer fish. Bring him up, bring him up. Bring him up in the net. Woohoo! They're getting bigger. Not exactly what we're looking for, but we're sure not going to turn it down until we get a limit. That fish followed it all the way out. It slapped it once. In the net, in the net, in the net. That's a pretty one. We got 2 in there that we want to call out, and we got 2 right there that for right now I'm going to be satisfied with. I'll tell you what, we're going to go to commercial break, we're going to pay some bills, and we're going to be right back with more Day 2 Atikokan Bass Classic right here, outdoors in the Heartland. Woohoo!
This segment of Outdoors in the Heartland is brought to you by the Whitetail Institute of North America. Research equals results. And S4 Gear, meeting the demands of nature and those who tame it.
I just made a statement and thought that hopefully, optimistically, we could be culling by 9 o'clock. Well, we now officially have 5 fish. The 3 smaller fish are on this side, the 2 big fish are on that side. But they are liking that jerkbait. And I think it's a pike.
Oh, it would be a pike.
I'm certain it's a pike. It is a pike. It's a pike. Oh, don't let me lose my bait.
I don't think it's a big one.
I'm back in the nursery.
Nope, it's a little baby. Baby bass.
Now, pike. Now I'm gonna put a big fish.
I think he's gonna be able to take something out of the live well.
It's a bass. The only way it's gonna be a bass if it was another one with it, and it is a bass. Probably 2 of them there. That'll help you a little bit. There you go. They're getting bigger. That'll help. You know, for those of you who don't watch TV shows or don't fish tournaments, that have not fished tournaments, you know, there's a system in place, 5 fish limit, and you have to cull. So that means you cannot keep more than 6 fish in the boat. But what you want to do is be able to keep the 5 biggest fish, so the 6th fish has got to go out. We just culled 2, or I should say we had 3 small fish. Colonel has just culled out 2 of the smaller fish, so now if we can catch some 4s and 5s and get rid of a few more, we'll have a pretty good day. Good job, man.
Thank you.
I just had one miss it. It was foul. I got a Z2 on. Yep. I'll follow it up with this. This don't always work, but more times than not, that was a pretty good fish. It just completely missed the bait. Just as you've seen, I missed the fish. It's real important to be able to grab a rod, get that bait in the water while the fish are still active. You know, as a big guy carrying lots of gear, and when we're filming fishing shows, sometimes we've got 2 of us on the front deck, even 3 trying to land the fish. The Triton 20 and 21 Patriot Series has got a huge casting platform. So with dual storage box, dual rod boxes, huge center cooler, this gives me a lot of room to move around. You know, exciting new for the spring of 2016, Triton has introduced the new 20 and 21 TRX Patriot Series. And what the folks at Triton in the last 20 years have comprised is what the fishermen are ordering. What do they want? What options? Dual HDS Gen 3 Lowrance electronic. 36-volt trolling motors with 4-bank chargers, along with the power pole system. You know, another couple features that, you know, for me as a tournament fisherman, are so necessary. You know, I'm pulling up on tournaments on gravel and rock banks. Well, the new keel protector that's standard on the Patriot system keeps us from scratching up the bottom of the boat. You know, last but not least on the new Patriot series is the new dual max air system. You know, as a fisherman, we've got to take care of our resources. We want to make certain after we've laid them fish in, we want to get them back into the water live and well. And that's why we run Triton. Well, As you can see in the background, everybody is on the run, and the run is not takeoff. It's the time to go home. We've had 2 days on this lake, and I have to say the conditions have been a little more difficult. You know, we had a limit of fish this morning by about 8:30, started culling by 9, but you know, we could not come up with this week any big fish except in practice. But you know, that's what it is, tournament fishing. You know, I think we started this morning probably about 5.5, 6 pounds out of the lead. We may have gained a little bit on some of the guys today, but definitely not going to be in the top 10. But
This segment of Outdoors in the Heartland has been brought to you by Mossy Oak. It's not a passion, it's an obsession. This segment of Outdoors in the Heartland is brought to you by IQ, Center the Dot for the perfect shot, Block Vault, Get Locked In, and Glendale, the biggest and toughest 3D targets in the universe.
My favorite bear hunting spots in North America here with Canoe Canada Outfit. I came up here earlier today and I hung bait in my tree stand over here. Since I've been here for 3 days, they are hammering this thing. And this stuff's been incredible. And some of the pictures we're getting in reactions to this DUI has been incredible. Here in Canada, you have to wear a blaze orange hat and vest when you walk to and from your stand. Once you get to your location, you don't have to wear it. So I hate wearing orange. I mean, why wear nice mossy oak camouflage if you're gonna ugly it up with some orange? So all right, Ryan, once you go get the camera up in the tree, lower the bait down to me, I'll bait this thing up and then we'll get going. Ordinarily, you'd see me very happy right this second. As it turns out, as a matter of fact, I shot that bear. So you ought to see me smiling and doing this. But we had a very unfortunate incident happen. We cannot explain what happened, but somehow the camera quit recording as this bear finally gave me a shot.
You didn't tell me you were gonna shoot.
Huh?
You didn't say I didn't know you was gonna shoot.
Do what?
I can't tell you how disappointing that Haven't had anything like that happen in a very, very long time, but But out here in the real world, when something screws up, it's not like you can wake up the animal and say, hey, that didn't happen, let's do it over again.
You didn't get that?
I didn't know you were gonna shoot. You let down. I thought you weren't gonna shoot. I thought you were gonna pass him. So I was going.
What'd you have?
I got you drawn back on him. Then you.
What just happened is one of the most incredible things that's ever happened to me while hunting. So, as I was setting this bait up and spraying the DUI, Ryan hollers at me that the bear's coming and he's right under the tree. And I just got done spraying the spray. So I turn and spray the spray at him, and I can't see in this brush, and here he comes, virtually right to me, a wild bear. And this is a really good bear. He's kind of brown, great hide, he's fat, and I was a little bit hesitant at first. The way he just boldly came right in here and wanted on this bait. So I get my bow, nock an arrow, he finally gave me a shot. I looked back and everything was good. And I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. So I shoot him. He runs off, death moans, I know where he's at, and I can't tell you how dejected me and the videographer are right at this very second, at a time that we should be, joyous and celebrating the harvest of a wonderful eating animal. This is one of the prettiest fall bears I've ever shot. Look at the size of the head on him. Look what kind of condition he's in. Beautiful fall coat. We've been hunting about 20 years here with Bud and Jeremy Dixon at Canoe Canada Outfitters. Some of you know them as Quetico Country Hunts, but most of North America know Bud Dixon. And he founded the place about 40 years ago. Now it's being run by his nephew Shane Selman on the hunting side. And the province of Ontario has a plethora, a large population of black bears. Great opportunities from August 15th. It starts every year. And what a beautiful bear. This thing's gonna eat good, and this is a great end to an unbelievable hunt. We had a little hiccup along the way, but I think that you'll see from that video, with the exception of the mess up on the recording of the shot, it was an unbelievable hunt.
Outdoors in the Heartland is brought to you by Ford and your quality Ford dealers. Strike King, #1 in fishing lures. Triton Boats, we take America fishing. Matthews Archery, catch us if you can. And Gilbreth's Taxidermy, the official taxidermist of Outdoors in the Heartland.
Let's see if Bob put her together today. Sitting 19.72
Oh, ain't
to
nothing.
take first place.
We got 5 decent fish, no way. We got to thank you, your lovely bride Lisa, all the staff that makes this all possible, and for us to make TV shows, all these people that show up. So give yourself a hand. We appreciate everybody that shows up, not just for us, but all the other teams. So, again, thank you, and we're going to be back again next year unless you run us off.
We want you here every year that you can make it, my boy.
We got fish. We had fish all day. We caught lots of fish.
Bob and Bob may be out of the running, But the competition is hot for the rest of the pack.
That's you.
And the early leaders are Kelly Masson and Chris Jansen with 23.5 pounds.
That was awesome. You never weighed those fish. It's a surprise. That's a surprise. Got big fish to weigh too.
And to drive it home, their big fish is real big at 6.5.
Tell us about catching that big fish.
Oh, I'll tell you, that was the fight of our life.
That's the biggest bass I've ever seen from around here ever. I've been fishing for 20 years. I've never seen one like that.
You know, I got one other one that was maybe 22 inches, and I'll tell you, they're very rare. But I'll tell you, they're the fight of your life.
Kelly and Chris held the lead for most of the afternoon, until some previous champs came to the tent.
I don't know, fellas. This is going to be close. 1945.
The challengers needed just over 19 pounds to take the lead. And with a bag weighing over 21 pounds, Glenn LaRue and Trevor Zemak took the lead and kept it for the rest of the day.
I present to you the winners from the 2015 Atikokan Bass Classic Championship, Glenn LaRue and Trevor Zemak. They now become three-time winners. Well, there's your 2015 champion, Glenn LaRue and Trevor Zemak. Congratulations, guys. Way to go.